Hussein Darboe, party leader of the United Democratic Party, UDP, has accused President Barrow of using the judiciary and the police to keep Sabally in custody against his constitutional right. Now, Darboe made this allegation during a press briefing held at the party's headquarters in Manjai on Saturday. Sabally is still under police custody following his arrest on Wednesday in connection to a TikTok video circulating online where he was addressing UDP TikTokers. Let's have more details of that in this report, again by Maria Macham.
The Yellow Party leader also expressed his disappointment through the country's judicial system for what he described as it ignoring the law and doing what individuals felt like. His campaign manager's arrest in connection with a purported video he made addressing the party TikTokers that they will take the country even before the upcoming elections has sparked a lot of debate, as well as individuals and activists calling for his immediate release. Sabally has been arrested since Wednesday at around 4 p.m. shortly after the Gambia government announced the names of alleged co-plotters. The Yellow Party leader sees this as a conspiration from the presidency, the judiciary and the police to silence UDP's influential campaign manager.
It's a scheme, it's a ploy that had been contrived several months ago. You will recall in their NPP forum that we must silence Sabally. We must silence Ibrahim Adiba, and a third person that they must be silenced so that they can go ahead with their politics. That evil scheme that they contrived is what has now been hatched. And unfortunately, the judiciary has been used in this unholy act. I want to say that the judge who did this is not an ignorant person and charges the judiciary to enforce fundamental human rights. The Constitution charges the judiciary to enforce fundamental human rights. It does not dictate to the judiciary that it must conspire with anybody to deprive that person of his fundamental rights.
Meanwhile, Darboe defends that what Sabally said during his meeting which warrants his arrest is a cliche used by most politicians.
The state makes spurious allegations against Mr. Sabally that when addressed some TikTokers, he did say, we'll take the government. Mr. Sabally never said so. What Mr. Sabally said is that Mbe banko talale. And every politician says that. And he said, even Hanijani local government elections.
On what further actions UDP would take to make sure of the release of Sabally immediately, Darboe said it is a topic they had to discuss within.
But when a judge deliberately abdicates his responsibility, his or her responsibility, in protecting one's individual rights, you have a right to say so. And we'll say so. Because this is a political issue, and we believe that politicians are using the judge, so we'll also deal with it politically. That is what we are doing.
Many believe Sabally's arrest has a link to the recent alleged failed coup attempt in the country by junior rank soldiers. However, the affidavit in support states that considering the time frame between the utterances made by Sabally and the alleged attempt coup, a thorough investigation is needed to establish whether the two have a connection in any way. The affidavit also states that Sabally is an influential figure who has the potential to tamper with the investigations or compromise the process, and unless this is not done, the investigations will not be effective. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Maria.